Why do myths about Black people persist in our society? Today, we dive into breaking the stereotypes. 19 myths about Black people exposed. We're challenging misconceptions and debunking harmful stereotypes, from laziness to misunderstood narratives around criminality. Are you ready to see beyond the stereotypes? To question the status quo and illuminate the truths behind false narratives? Together, we'll explore the diversity, resilience, and reality of being Black in today's society, breaking down barriers, one myth at a time. Greetings and welcome. I'm Carolyn A. from GettingToTheRoots.com, ready to empower you with tools, resources, and inspiration to craft a legacy that's uniquely yours. Uncover your family's place in history. Together, let's uncover the stories that have shaped us, celebrate the diversity of our heritage, and ensure that the legacies of our ancestors are remembered and cherished forever. Let's dive in. 1. The laziness myth. It's a narrative as old as time, suggesting that Black people are inherently lazy. This dangerous stereotype overlooks individual work ethic, circumstances, and the systemic barriers that affect opportunities. The truth is starkly different. Black people are not lazy. Rather, they are often not afforded the same opportunities as others due to systemic inequality and racial bias. For centuries, Black individuals worked tirelessly for free from dawn until dusk, enduring the worst possible conditions to build the foundation of a country that has yet to acknowledge or rectify these injustices. Their labor, extracted under duress for over 400 years, was pivotal in shaping the nation's economy and infrastructure. This historical context directly contradicts the lazy stereotype and highlights a systemic failure to recognize the contributions and resilience of Black communities. In contemporary times, the narrative continues to unfold unfavorably for Black individuals in the job market and educational systems. They frequently face being the last considered for employment and the first targeted for layoffs. The requirement to demonstrate exceptional ability and to work twice as hard as their white counterparts for the same recognition, job, college grade, or promotion further dismantles the myth of laziness. It instead exposes a systemic issue where opportunities are not equally distributed and where Black individuals must overcome additional hurdles simply because of their race. The insistence on labeling Black individuals as lazy ignores the significant systemic barriers they face, including discrimination in hiring practices, unequal access to quality education, and biases in promotion and advancement opportunities. These barriers do not stem from a lack of ambition or effort, but from a societal structure that consistently places Black people at a disadvantage. Confronting and debunking the laziness myth requires a collective effort to acknowledge and address these systemic inequalities. It involves recognizing Black individuals' hard work, perseverance, and significant contributions throughout history and in present times. By doing so, we can begin to dismantle the barriers that prevent Black people from accessing the same opportunities as others, moving closer to a society that values and rewards the contributions of all its members equally. 2. Cursed by God. Some people mistakenly believe that Black people were cursed by God because of a story where Prophet Noah's son laughed at him when he was drunk, and as a punishment, the son was cursed with black skin. This story is not only untrue, but also spreads false ideas about Black people being less favored by God, which is completely wrong and unfair. Let's clarify. First, Black people have been on Earth long before Noah or any biblical story. This means Black people were here, making history and contributing to the world way before these stories were even told. The myth that tries to make it seem like Black people were cursed because of something that happened in the Bible doesn't make sense when you look at the real timeline of human history. This wrong belief was used to make Black people feel bad about themselves and to justify unfair treatment towards them. It's important to understand that these stories are based on misunderstandings and racism, and they ignore the amazing and rich cultures, histories, and contributions Black people have made to the world throughout time. Remember, no one is cursed because of their race. Black people have always been a vital part of our world's history, and they continue to make incredible contributions in all areas of life. It's crucial to look beyond these myths and appreciate everyone for who they are and what they bring to our shared humanity. 3. The poor father myth about black men. This myth unfairly labels black men as lacking in their roles as fathers. Contrary to this stereotype, many black men are deeply involved in their children's lives. They often take on various roles such as cooks and coaches, and sometimes they are the sole caregivers. Beyond their own families, numerous black fathers extend their support and mentorship to other children in the community. They volunteer at churches, community centers, and organizations like the Boys Club, showing a commitment not only to their children, but also to making a positive impact on the lives of others around them, and this engagement demonstrates the strength and dedication of black men in nurturing and guiding the next generation. 4. Black women's respect and support for black men myth. The myth that black women disrespect black men is just that, a myth. In reality, black women have long recognized the systemic challenges black men face, challenges that can sometimes make it difficult for them to support their families in traditional ways. Understanding these struggles, black women have stood by black men, offering support and solidarity. The dynamics within black families are unique and nuanced. Decisions are often made collaboratively, reflecting a partnership between men and women. At times, depending on the situation, either the woman or the man may take the lead in decision-making. This flexibility and mutual respect debunk the myth of disrespect and highlight the strength and resilience within black family structures. Together, black men and women navigate the complexities of life, supporting each other in a society that often misunderstands and misrepresents their relationships and roles. 5. Academic inclinations myth. The myth that black people are not academically inclined overlooks the real challenges they face, such as socioeconomic barriers and limited educational resources, which affect their opportunities and success in education. It's not true that black individuals lack academic intelligence. In fact, the achievements of black scholars and inventors throughout history disprove this. The main issue lies in systemic obstacles and the scarcity of support, which unfairly compels black students to exceed normal expectations just to gain the recognition they deserve. This situation reveals the incredible resilience and intellectual strength of the black community as they continue to excel academically despite these hurdles. 6. Criminality myth. Addressing the myth of criminality among black individuals requires a nuanced understanding of socioeconomic factors, systemic biases, and historical contexts. The stereotype that black people are more likely to commit crimes is not only harmful but also unfounded, as it ignores the larger picture of inequality and the legacies of colonialism and slavery. Statistics often cited in discussions about crime need to be viewed with an understanding of the systemic biases present in the criminal justice system. For example, studies have shown that black individuals are disproportionately targeted by law enforcement and are more likely to be stopped, searched, and arrested. This does not reflect a higher inclination towards criminality, but rather the prejudices embedded in the system. Comparing crime statistics without considering socioeconomic contexts can be misleading. Many communities with higher rates of reported crime are also those facing economic hardships, limited access to quality education, and systemic discrimination. These factors contribute to a cycle of poverty and marginalization, not an inherent propensity for crime. The historical exploitation of Africa involved not only the theft of its vast resources, like gold and diamonds, but also the unimaginable crime of enslaving its people, which had a profound impact on the continent and the world. This massive extraction of wealth and humanity enriched Western nations at the expense of African societies, leaving lasting scars. When considering this scale of exploitation, It challenges the stereotype of criminality often associated with Black individuals. The real criminal acts in history involve the systematic oppression and robbery of an entire continent and its people. Recognizing this context is crucial in understanding the deep-rooted inequalities that exist today and reevaluating who has historically been the perpetrator of the greatest crimes. When considering mass shootings and other violent crimes, it's evident that perpetrators come from various racial backgrounds, with a significant number of such crimes in the United States committed by white individuals. Yet, the stereotype of Black criminality persists, overshadowing the fact that criminal behavior knows no racial bounds. The myth of Black criminality is a harmful stereotype that overlooks the socioeconomic challenges, systemic discrimination, and historical injustices that contribute to disparities in crime statistics. A fair and just society requires us to challenge these stereotypes and address the root causes of inequality and discrimination. 7. Homogeneity myth. Assuming all Black people are the same erases the incredible diversity within the Black community, including varied cultures, languages, and experiences. If you find value in this video, please show your support by liking it, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. This aids in improving our visibility through YouTube's algorithm. Now let's get back to our video. 8. Sunburn myth. The notion that Black people can't get sunburned overlooks the fact that everyone needs protection from harmful UV rays, regardless of skin tone. 9. Good hair myth. The good hair myth promotes the idea that Black hair, in its natural state, is somehow less desirable or professional than hair types that align more closely with Eurocentric standards of beauty. This myth not only undermines the beauty and significance of Black hair, but also enforces a narrow and exclusionary view of what is considered attractive or acceptable in society. So, what is good hair anyway? The truth is, good hair is healthy hair that is loved and appreciated, regardless of its texture or style. Black hair is incredibly versatile and can be styled in a myriad of ways, including but not limited to afros, braids, twists, locks, curly, and straightened styles. Each of these styles holds cultural significance and offers a way for individuals to express their identity and heritage. Furthermore, it's essential to recognize that not all Black hair is the same. The textures vary widely across the spectrum, debunking the notion that there is a singular way that Black hair looks or should be styled. The idea that Black individuals should love their hair only in its natural state can be limiting. While embracing natural hair is a beautiful and empowering choice, Black individuals should feel free to style their hair however they please without judgment or the pressure to conform to specific standards. Whether one chooses to wear their hair natural, treated, or in protective styles, the key is autonomy and the ability to decide, for oneself, what is best for their hair and how one wants to express their identity. Debunking the good hair myth is about more than just challenging beauty standards. It's about affirming the value and beauty of Black hair in all its forms. It's a rejection of the idea that Black people should feel less than because of their hair's natural texture or appearance. Embracing the diversity and versatility of Black hair helps to dismantle harmful stereotypes and promotes a more inclusive understanding of beauty that celebrates differences rather than penalizing them. 10. Affirmative action myth. The common belief that affirmative action only helps minorities overlooks its significant benefits for white women, making them one of its biggest beneficiaries. Designed to address inequalities across both race and gender, affirmative action has notably advanced women's access to jobs and education previously dominated by men. This policy aims to uplift those historically disadvantaged, including racial minorities, but its broad application has also facilitated greater opportunities for white women. Understanding this underscores the importance of affirmative action in fostering a more inclusive and equitable society. 11. Race discussions myth. The myth that discussing race creates division overlooks the vital role these conversations play in addressing racism. Engaging in open dialogue allows us to confront uncomfortable truths and work towards understanding and empathy. Additionally, discussions about race are essential for exploring reparations and creating strategies to combat systemic racism. By acknowledging and understanding racial disparities, we can move towards healing and unity, challenging the misconception that these conversations only serve to divide us. 12. Food preferences myth. Stereotyping all Black people as exclusively consuming soul food and having an unhealthy diet is rooted in racial stereotyping and ignores the diversity of individual dietary preferences. Associating foods like watermelon and fried chicken solely with Black individuals perpetuates harmful stereotypes and fails to acknowledge the range of foods enjoyed by people within the Black community. Just like any other group, Black people have varied tastes and dietary choices, and assuming otherwise only serves to reinforce harmful racial biases. 13. Music preferences myth. The myth that Black people only enjoy R&B, hip-hop, or rap music disregards their significant contributions to and enjoyment of various music genres. From spirituals and blues to rock, pop, and classical music, Black musicians have profoundly influenced music history. Stereotyping Black individuals overlooks their diverse musical tastes and cultural influences. Recognizing and celebrating this diversity is crucial for understanding the rich heritage and appreciation of Black music. 14. Scholarship myth. The notion that Black students get scholarships just for being Black overlooks the criteria of merit, need, and personal achievements. 15. Swimming myth. Stereotyping Black people as non-swimmers ignores historical access barriers and individual variability in swimming skills. 16. Environmental interest myth. Assuming Black people aren't interested in the environment or outdoor activities overlooks their diverse interests and contributions to environmentalism. 17. Singing talent and dance skills myths. The assumptions that all Black individuals are naturally talented singers or inherently good dancers neglect the effort, training, and cultural exposure involved. 18. Athletic ability myth. The idea that Black individuals are naturally better athletes diminishes the hard work, dedication, and training they put into their sports. It's not about race, it's about effort and opportunity. 19. Physical body structure myth. Belief in a specific body structure associated with Black people for supposed physical superiority overlooks the vast diversity of human anatomy. The notion that all Black individuals possess large buttocks perpetuates a stereotype that oversimplifies and fails to acknowledge the range of physical characteristics present within the community. And that's a wrap on Breaking the Stereotypes, 19 Myths About Black People Exposed. Thank you so much for joining us on this enlightening journey today. We hope we've sparked some thought, shattered some misconceptions, and opened the door to deeper understanding and empathy. If this video resonates with you, please don't hesitate to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Your support means the world to us and helps us keep this conversation going. But our journey doesn't end here. We believe in the power of community and dialogue in driving change. So, we invite you to share in the comments below what are some myths or misconceptions about Black people that you've encountered. Have you had any personal experiences that challenged these stereotypes? Let's continue the conversation and learn from each other. See you in the next video. Peace and love.